an email from a cool guy named Simon, and he asked me this question. Check it out. You lived in Europe, Mexico. What visa do you have in these places? Mexico is a 6-month visa, right? Do you then just have to leave the country for a couple of days and then come back? What about when you were in Europe? Just curious. Okay, Simon, that's actually a super great question. And actually, that's gonna be kind of the theme of this video. We're gonna talk about travel a little bit, / living in Mexico. To live in Mexico, it's right. All you need is a 6-month tourist visa. Right when you come into the country, you get 6 months automatically. The immigration lady told me once, unless you look like a weirdo, they'll only give you 30 days. But if you look like a normal person, then you get 6 months. When you're in Europe, you get 90 days automatically, but then you have to check out for 90 days, but then you can go back in for 90 days. And then for UK, it's the same as Mexico. It's 6 months. That's basically how we do it. But actually, we're gonna be getting residency too for Mexico to be like temporary residence. As always, guys, if you have any questions, hit me up on Twitter, send me an email, comment on the YouTube video. I'll see those things and I can answer them in the videos.
I'm not listening to you. You're crazy.
We did it. We're going to Europe for the summer after a day of searching for just the right tickets at the right price. We're flying into Madrid, España, and then who knows, Barcelona, Portugal, a little bit of France.
So where does everyone summer?
And now, as the tradition, after we buy tickets, we always have a dance party.
Place is for sale. Somebody should buy it. Heidi and I are headed to the beach. We're going to explain a little bit of our summer so that if there's anybody that wants to meet up with the old family rocket ship, we're going to show you where we're going to be, more or less. So here we are at the beach, and I just want to use the sand to draw out what we're going to do so you can see visually what our itinerary is going to look like for the summer. And I can't draw countries on sand. I just can't. So this is Heidi's attempt of the world. It's pretty good.
I can't do that now. I just walked through it. I just smeared it out.
Here's Italy.
There's my boot.
Boots. Hi. So Penelope and I thought that we would take just a minute and explain our summer itinerary. I drew out this lovely map of the world, as you can tell. So here we are, right here. We're right there on the island of Cozumel. This is Mexico, this is Florida. We're gonna first fly to here, to Florida, Fort Lauderdale. We're flying to Fort Lauderdale. And we're really excited because we get to see our friends. You get to see little Daxy Waxy. Hopefully I get to get in some golfing with my buddy. Hopefully we're gonna keep all the natural Florida wildlife safe from our golfing. Dallas, you know what I'm talking about. After a little bit of Fort Lauderdale, we're gonna go all the way to Miami. And then from Miami, we're gonna fly all the way to here, to Madrid, Spain. And then from Madrid, we're gonna go out to Barcelona. After Barcelona, we're gonna meet some friends in Portugal. After Portugal, we're gonna go back to Barcelona. And then after that, we're open. So family rocket ship peeps, if you're watching and you live in Europe and you wanna see us, we'd love to meet up. We're gonna be in Barcelona as like our base camp for the summer, okay? But maybe we go check out Marseille, France. something like that. Maybe we go check out Italy. Maybe we cruise up to the UK. After summertime is over, we're gonna go like this. Fly somewhere out of here, Paris or Madrid or UK, and we're gonna go whoop, back to Cancun airport, and then take the ferry over whoop, to
Here.
where's here?
Cozumel, Mexico.
One of my friends, Michael, who's a photographer, lives here on the island. He used to work for National Geographic, and he has been pretty much everywhere in the world that you can go. And he and I were talking about living in Mexico one time, and I was telling him about, you know, the broken up sidewalks, the dogs, all the stuff that a tourist or someone who doesn't live here and love it could potentially see and think, this is why I don't live in Mexico. And he told me something really wise. He said, you know, I've been all over the world, and I realized there is no perfect place. There's always a compromise with something.
There's always somebody holding something random on a moto, like a bicycle or a sheet cake with no plastic covering on it. You just never know.
So here we have dogs, and we have random piles of garbage, and we also have taxi drivers. With all that said, those are like the worst things. And if those are the worst things, it's really not that bad. For us, at least at this point in our life, this place just feels good. That's why I think it drew us back. It just feels good. The key then is to write down all of your values. What are the most important things to you, your wife, your husband, your kids? Write all those things down and then find a place that matches that to the best you can and then go do it. So if you have even the teeniest, tiniest desire of living somewhere else, you gotta do it. Because like I always say, 30 years from now, when you look back at your life and you think about that time that you wanted to live in someplace cool, like Cozumel or Italy or wherever, you won't regret it if you did it. You're never gonna be like, oh, remember that year that I lived in paradise and it was like one of the highlights of my life? But you will regret it if you didn't do it, and you'll always wonder, what if? So, you gotta do it, man.
Check out Family Rocketship. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.